Hello there, this is Scarecrow Crone speaking to you today, and with me is my friend Monkey Boy J.
Hello.
Well, today, this is not a video that I usually put out. I usually do gaming videos and stuff related to my server, but something happened today which I felt only a video, only me speaking properly could convey my feelings and thoughts about this. So, here it is. It's not an apology for my lack of videos either, this is just me saying, well, I need to make a statement on this. For those of you who are not aware, it has surfaced recently that Mojang is making a crackdown on servers that use the donation model. What do we mean by this? Well, the donation model, in its basic, most simplest terms, is someone plays a server, they want to support, or want to show their love for, either way, this server. So they go over to the server website or whatever the server uses and say, "Here, have some of my money to keep going." Basically, that's the server model. That's the donation model. Someone donates to the server, say, as a way of saying thank you for providing this service to me free of charge. That's the donation model. Now, to explain why Mojang are making a crackdown, we have to head over to the Minecraft EULA, which is something that we all agreed to follow when we first bought the game. Obviously, it's changed like twice since I first bought the game. I bought the game way back in 2010. This is 2013. This is the third iteration that I've seen. The major rule they have in the EULA is you must not distribute anything we've made. By this we mean give copies away, make commercial use of, try to make money from, or let other people get access to our game and its parts in a way that is unfair or unreasonable. That seems fair enough. That is pretty much every video game ever made. You can't make money off this because it's not yours. Seriously, that's just basic law. Come on. If I made something and you made money off it, if I put it online and I was selling it, you'd be in pretty deep shit. Courts, lawyers, all that sort of stuff. It's called theft. That's fair enough, okay? But what Mojang are doing is they're interpreting this make commercial use of, try to make money from, in a way that seriously affects the methods that current servers use to keep going. Would you like to further explain this, Monkey?
I'm not sure if you're entirely aware, but most large Minecraft servers these days are well beyond the capability of the server owners to fund and run them. I mean, servers such as HiveMC or Hypixel, which can support several thousand players concurrently, must cost a fortune to run. And there is no way it can be expected that the server owners have to fund that themselves. It's ridiculous.
It would break the bank, especially large servers. It would break the bank of most people, unless you're a millionaire, which I don't think there are that many millionaires in the world. I know there are quite a few, but there aren't that many millionaires in the world. So basically,
who are likely to host Minecraft servers?
Yeah, I mean, you're narrowing the demographic down there right away. So
most servers rely on donations from their players. I mean, we did. Initially, when we started the Minetech Yogcraft Extreme, whatever you want to call it, server, we ran purely off personal funds, mostly scares.
I was exhausted. My personal funds for that, including the website costs and the server costs, were exhausted within less than a month of starting out. And I was stuck. I was saying we need an official server. By the way, this is before any actual players even joined the flipping server. Okay, this is before players joined. This is just us trying to build spawn, do all the stuff we needed to do before we could even release the server. But then someone came along and he said, "Look, mate, I love your server. I love your mod pack, Minetech. And I don't want this, and I want to see this go further. I want to see you offer an official server that people have been nagging you for weeks. So here, have $150 and make something of it." So I said, "Thank you, sir. I'll do my best, and I'll make you proud." So I went out, and the rest, as they say, is history. This is not the story of Minetech, so we're not going to go into that. But basically, the bottom line is we never would have existed if it wasn't for that man's generosity. I don't know where he's gone. I don't talk to him anymore. I used to talk to him quite a bit, but he's gone now.
But yeah, without donations, a server like ours would not exist.
Well,
it cost through various hosts. It cost us around $60 a month to host our server. For any, I quote it in dollars because that's what the price was.
We're
For
both
those,
British, so we work in pounds. So
it's
we now
about
have,
35 quid a month.
yeah, we have to do these competitions on our head. And what's even more stark, if you're going to point it out, is I wouldn't even be doing this video right now if it wasn't for that amount of generosity, and I wouldn't be talking to the person across from me. Well, not across from me. I guess several hundred miles across from me. But Monkey Boy, I never would have met him. The whole thing. So that one person said, "Here, have $150 and make something of it." I never would have met Monkey. I never would have had. I mean, I wouldn't even have a flipping YouTube channel. This video never would have existed. So that is the power of generosity. And Mojang saying you can't do that anymore doesn't sit well with me. And I don't think. And from what happened on Twitter today, which I'll go into in some detail, it doesn't sit well with quite a lot of people either. Now, I understand Mojang's angle on this. There are some servers out there which I have had personal experience of. PvP servers, the aim of the game is you have to beat everybody else you play against. Idea is sound. However, servers like that, some of them offer like pay-to-win packages, which is what Notch, I'll show you in a minute on Twitter, got so angry about this morning. He said, "Oh, this is stupid. You can't have a Minecraft PvP game with pay to win, because then the people who don't pay will lose, and that's not fair."
I think the heart of this move by Mojang is trying to make the experience the same for everybody, and this is fair enough. But what you've got to consider is quite what that experience is. It's all very well saying that you want everybody to have the same experience, but to say that players can't choose to donate to a cause they think is worthy, and as a result receive some recompense for their generosity, is ridiculous.
It is.
I do strongly disagree with pay to win. It takes the point and all the fun out of gaming.
I used to play first-person shooter game. I don't play it anymore. I played it for about a month because my third game in, a ninja in a black catsuit dropped down from the ceiling with a minigun and did that for the next 12 games I played and just murdered me because it was pay to win. People paid money. I didn't have money. I lost. Clearly, that's not fair. And clearly, Mojang, thumbs up. But you've gone too far. You can't. Shutting the gate. The blanket approach won't work because, as we've explained to you, large servers won't be able to afford. They'll shut down. They won't have the money to afford it anymore. Smaller servers would never have got started in the first place. They'll shut down. You're left with like a middle zone, if there are any middle zones, of servers who have just enough money to keep going, but then, right, they're the only servers left, okay? More players join them because they're the only servers left. They need more RAM. Oh look, they haven't got enough money for it because you're not allowed to accept donations. They shut down. Opposite way, they lose players, they can downgrade, then it becomes more and more of a hassle and less of a pleasure if you're running a really small server which nothing ever happens on because nobody's joining the server, so you shut it down anyway. This move sets all those events in motion. Large servers can't sustain themselves, they shut down. Small servers can't sustain themselves, they shut down. People in the middle migrate towards the ends, or the start and the end of the spectrum, and they shut down. The theory does. I mean, the math doesn't work. We've always found that the math just doesn't work. MC Pro Hosting, which is the thing that Hypixel use. I mean, I can't even find the plan that Hypixel most likely use on MC Pro Hosting's site because it's not on there. The largest server they offer to just try out public is the Dragon plan, which is 6,144 megabytes, $60 a month. $60 a month for a 6 gigabyte server. I can't, even with 20 players on, 6 gigabytes won't cut it for my server. It's heftily modded. I mean, and I certainly don't have 60 quid a month. I mean, $60 a month. I do have now because I have a job now. Back then, I didn't have a job. Now I've got a job and I'm working, and as well as doing other things. I can't seriously reason spending all my money on a Minecraft server when I'm a student and I have to spend money on other things. It's clear. I mean, it's clearly this move by Mojang is going to cause a lot of grief.
I think I just want to say something I said at the end of our last take of this, because someone can't place video footage properly.
Quiet.
I do think in principle, this is a reasonable move.
And it is allowed technically by the EULA.
People do need to be... exploitative servers need to be stopped. But this blanket approach, an all-out heavy-handed no to this, is not the way to go about it. I mean, last time Mojang changed the EULA, all the hassle over mod packs, and I'm not going into that.
No, because
that news broke through Twitter. And yes, Twitter's a wonderful platform for sharing meaningless nonsense like I do. 140 characters is enough to convey a message. But not something important like this. If Mojang takes only one thing from this, it would have to be, don't use Twitter to share important news.
And don't speak and don't mention the news until you're ready to reveal the whole thing. It was, I mean, this, you see my tabs up here, left one. This is a Game Champ and Bertie video, which actually I mentioned in about 4:35, and I also commented on down below. I'll read that out to you in a minute. But they said, oh, we're going to release a new EULA. Then why the hell did you tell us first? Get everyone all stirred up about it, and get the whole community literally splattered across my phone. I had to turn my phone off because my Twitter notifications were going through the roof because of what I said this morning. Yes, unless you have the plan, if you have everything laid out, right, we can clarify this, we can get this done, we can tell the players, or if you're going to announce it before, at least put up something where we can share our opinions in a modest, in a decent way, and not have this whole drama that we have every single time you announce something on Twitter. Every single time, I mean, yeah, you have a lot of followers, so a lot of people see it. Instead of putting it on your website, which quite a lot of people won't see unless they go on it, and most people don't go on it once they've already got a Mojang account. Putting it on your website, yeah, you won't get that many people seeing it. Putting it on Twitter just is inside trouble. Unless you want to, as soon as you want to reveal something, put it on like MCF. Put it somewhere where you can share opinions, where you can properly explain things in full. 140 characters is only enough to cause trouble. I mean, even tweets not relating to this can cause trouble with 140 characters. Okay.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
As I said, I made my opinions on this somewhere else, and as I said, I'm very much in two minds. From a player's side, I can see how exploitative servers need to be shut down. And again, from Mojang's point of view, that's sort of where they're going with this. But from behind the scenes, on a staff that runs a server, this move is not good. Our server relies on donations, as we said, and what we offer is, if you want to bring up the store page about now,
sure.
What we offer is various ranks in game. And all these get you is a few extra commands and some basic items, and all of the items are available to everybody. This is not if you want this, you have to pay. That's abhorrent. It's just... everything in the game on our server is freely accessible to everybody. People who donate have an easier time of it because we want to say thank you for their generosity in keeping our server running. Without them, our server would have shut down about 6 times in the year we've had it running.
Didn't it already shut down 6 times and then you had it running?
Generations. The point is, at one point, we had enough donations to take adverts off the website, which is lovely, because, you know, it shows that we can give something back to the players. Nobody wants to see adverts on the Mindtech site. And especially not because
Google AdSense is about as flippin' intuitive as a monkey holding a hammer bashing triangles into a square-shaped hole.
I'm gonna let that one slide, but unfortunately we didn't get quite the donations we needed, and then we had to add them back again. But to lift the donations, we had to increase the rewards. So the packs got better. You got access to more things. And if we couldn't offer anything in return for your donations.
Anything at all.
Aside from a general good feeling for being a nice person.
They have a pat on the back.
We wouldn't have any donations.
Therefore, we wouldn't have a server.
There might be a few of our outstanding community people who want to see this kept running and are willing to donate a little bit to keep us alive. But it wouldn't be enough. And then we'd have to start putting in our personal funds, which isn't why we run the community. We run it for the players.
And if we start putting my personal funds into it, I would be broke. And both Monkey and I are in the same year at college, which means, like, in a few months we have to start putting our applications to go to university, and I have to save up for a car. I have to start to drive. If the university I want to go to, I can only get there by driving, and I have to pay off some of the resources that I'll need for university, all in less than a year. If I can't do all of it. When server owners and general staff like Monkey behind the server, we are just normal people. We're not gods, and I can't summon money with the click of my fingers, even though people think I can. I can't. It doesn't work.
Going back to the standard $60 price, 35 quid, if I were to contribute, say, half of that, because there's two of us at the core management at the moment, if I were to contribute half of that, so 18 quid a month, that's a significant, it's about a fifth of my monthly income from a part-time job. Now, I don't necessarily need that part-time job, because I'm just a student, and it's college in the UK. I think it's high school in America.
I think it's high school, yeah.
I'm doing A levels, so I don't need a job. So that money is for my personal use, and to have to give up 20% of it every single month to something that at the moment I barely got to play on.
I didn't get to play on it at all, not one part, because I was spending too much time behind the scenes working everything out. So
to ask us to donate, not to donate, to give up so much of our personal funds to keep this thing alive,
which is for the players,
unfair.
Let's remind you. And I know of one person who actually bought Minecraft. I mean, they used to play Minecraft Xbox 360, and they used to play Minecraft on Pocket Edition on the phone as well. Both good products. But they bought Minecraft PC because they wanted to play my mod pack. Hey Mojang, I gave you some money. Why are you vilifying us? We're not like a subclass of humans, which you may be a bit confused about until I explain it to you in a minute. In other news, explaining our way of donating things, I was mentioned in this game chat video that I'm showing you up now. You can go watch it if you like. It's a way of explaining it. Although I think game chat lean more towards I support Notch stance. Fair enough. Opinions.
Don't actually play it, copyright. But
I'm not going to play it. I can show. I think I'm allowed to show it, but I'm not going to play it.
Yeah. About 4.5 minutes in, Scare's conversation on Twitter with Notch is mentioned, but not with names, because anyway. It's quite an interesting conversation, because Notch, despite having very little to do with the day-to-day running of Minecraft anymore, he's the very public face of things. So he's the one that gets the shit when things go wrong. And unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't respond particularly well.
As I'm about to show you. This
I
morning,
think Scare asked a very reasonable question. How would you suggest servers fund themselves these days, then?
I woke up this morning. I woke up a little bit late, and a little bit early. Then I went back to bed, and then I woke up late. So I was in a bit of a rush this morning to get my revision done for my exams. So I got up. So I just said, okay, I'll just quickly check Twitter just now, so I don't have to do it in the middle of my revision later. And I went on Twitter, and the Notch tweet was right at the top of my feed. And he said. He said to me, well, let's just find out. Just click on the tweet. You're an idiot, George. That's not how Twitter works. Blah blah blah. This thing's taking ages to load. Servers selling, rewards for donations is selling. Items are turning the game into a free-to-play game. I absolutely hate free-to-play with a passion. Marcus Pearson Notch, I agree with you. I hate free to play equals pay to win as well. I said back at Notch, with all due respect, how do you suggest servers fund themselves from here? Being very respectful, asking obviously a very clever man, well, how do you suggest we do it? And he said, that's like asking how drug dealers are supposed to feed their family if you outlaw selling drugs. One, so he's basically calling all server owners drug dealers. Two, he's comparing us to criminals. Three, wouldn't that suggest that Mojang were the ones distributing the drug? I mean, it has to go in the book of 101 terrible analogies, and it's not even taken out of context either. He's calling me, in fact all server owners in general, a drug dealer, a criminal. That is abhorrent. That's way past Twitter ramble. That's just plain offensive to everyone who's put effort in. Hundreds of man hours have gone into my server alone. I would imagine how many people work on the larger servers. Telling them all that they're akin to criminals, that's offensive, and it got me really, really, really pissed, as you'll imagine. And basically, the Twitter storm that happened this morning, I'm not even going to go into that at all because it would just take far too flipping long, was basically because I was really pissed that Notch had said, server owners, you're basically scum, please, we don't want you if you're going to follow this model. And yes, that's fair enough if you're going to follow the model of pay to win with large server PvP, but on our server's PvE, that would never happen on our server, and I think we're getting it right as far as donations are concerned. So, yeah, look, I'm not even going to go into this drama. If you want to, obviously you can just go on my Twitter page, I'll link it in the description below, and look at every single one of these things. Some guy even sent me a virus, or at least tried to send me a virus, but my antivirus blocked it before the link had even like popped up properly. Literally hovered over the link, antivirus avast, jumped in and said, no, it's that dangerous. His account's been suspended now because he's a massive dick. But I think he only created the account just to send me a virus. That is how he did things got this morning, ladies and gentlemen. So you can clearly tell that this is a controversial subject. I'm going to close my Twitter now before I get into it, because we have to bring this video to a close before we bore you all to death.
Again. Totally not the second take.
Actually, isn't it like the fifth take?
No.
No, because it was like, okay, fine, whatever. Cut this bit out as well. Before we all bore you all to death. So, in a nutshell, yes, we fully support Mojang's stand against pay-to-win servers who exploit players, exploit young people who obviously Minecraft's quite a young demographic. Young people for money. That's wrong. My server, which appeals to a niche of people who like modded servers or want to try modded servers and think that I've got my mod pack right. My server surely should be painted with the same brush as these exploitative servers. It feels wrong, it seems wrong, it's not how a community works, and it's toxic. It is so toxic to having a friendly community going on with the company putting their foot down and saying, no, you're all behaving the wrong way. It's without, especially on Twitter as well, as we mentioned earlier, without consultation, it just seems heavy-handed and tyrannical, to be fair. And you may think I go a bit too far here, but think about it. They only put in this clause in the EULA that I'm looking at right now has been in there all along, and I can verify that. It was there when I accepted the EULA first, when I first bought Minecraft in 2010. It's been there the entire time. But only now, when Minecraft Realms comes out, a subscription-based service, do they put their foot down. So, is it all about them trying to protect players? Or is it all about, money? Shrug my shoulders. I might mention something about my argument I had in the other take, but, I thought I'd cut that out from this one because you don't want to get bored with my conspiracy theories. But, I might tweet about it. But, in short, this whole thing was mishandled, not consulted with the community, pissed off loads of people. I mean, in the Twitter battle that you might see, it was server owners lined up behind me, and I guess Noctis fan club lined up behind him. Insults flying all over the place. It was just a massive mess. It was the whole thing was mishandled. If you want to change your opinion, Mojang, at least in future, please do it properly. Please, like we said earlier, make sure that you release stuff when you're ready to release stuff, and you're ready to explain it in more than 140 characters each time, because otherwise this is just going to keep happening. And that's basically all I've got to say at the moment. Really think about what the damage will do. Big servers will shut, small servers will shut, middle servers will migrate towards bigger than small, and therefore shut. Servers are not forever, but it would be nice if they lasted more than 6 months. That is my closing statement, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of information newscast thing. This is probably going to go out the day after the Twitter storm happens, so if I've mentioned times, ignore me, because this is all wrong. I suppose this would be the previous day. Okay, I will see you later, my friends, and big thanks to Monkey for joining me. I don't know if I woke him up or not, but he wasn't expecting to be around tonight, so thanks to him, Monkey. Good job.
Yes, no problem.
And we'll see you next time there's drama or I feel like relaunching my channel. If you're here to see my tech stuff, please keep following my Twitter. I will tweet when things are actually happening. If you can, guys, please share this as much as possible. Spread the word. Mojang have to know our side of the story as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.